Do you treat all your customers the same? Do you treat everybody with the same high level of service, no matter what day of the week, no matter how you're feeling, no matter who they are? Does everybody receive the highest levels of service from you? This was a question I asked many years ago to 300 entrepreneurs at a conference in the United Kingdom. That day, half of the room nodded. Yeah. Apart from one woman who sat in the front row just off to my right. Your lucky seat for the next 7 minutes. She didn't nod. She shouted out. Absolutely, Geoff! Oh. You see, we don't do this in England. As a professional speaker, when I ask for interacting, I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's good. That's fine. She shouted out. I was like, oh, right, okay. And I couldn't help myself. I said, what sort of business have you got? She says, I've got a boutique store here in the town. I said, what is it you do? She says, we design and make handmade children's toys, homeware and kitchenware out of wood, metal, or stone. She says it's rather expensive, quite exclusive. I said, oh, fantastic. I said, come on, give me some ideas. Give me some ideas. What is it you do that's so special? Tell everybody else. She says it's not all about sales. It's about the experience. When people walk into the store, there's 2 big red leather settees that can sit down, relax, have a look at the products, have a look at the brochure, and relax. I said, wow, okay, good. Anything else? She said, we serve tea and coffee. I said, right. How much? She said, it's free. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen, everybody in the room wrote that idea down. It's if it's the greatest thing they'd ever heard. And out of nowhere, and I mean nowhere, I asked her the following question that inspired this keynote, that inspired the book that is inspiring brands the world over. I said, but what happens if a celebrity were to come into your business tomorrow? She said, like who? I don't know. I said, do you like men or women? She says, I like men. I says, okay. Think of an A-list celebrity, Hollywood, movie hunk. And she thought for a few seconds. And she shouted out 2 names. She said, George and Brad. Now we're going to see many slides over the next 4 days, and some of you are thinking, that's the greatest slide I've seen in my life. I said, okay, picture the scene. George Clooney's been making a movie here for the last 6 months. He's heard all about your wonderful products and the wonderful service that you provide. So he calls you up this afternoon. He says, hi, I'm George Clooney. I'm a sexy Hollywood god. We've just finished the shoot. I fly home tomorrow. I've heard all about your wonderful products. If I come to your store tomorrow, I would like to buy from you. He said, but I've got 2 problems. He says, the first is the paparazzi. They've been following me around for 6 months. I am tired. I have had enough. He said the second problem is a nice problem, but it's still a problem. He said fans, autograph hunters. He said I'm selfied to death. People know where I am before I know where I am. He said, so if I come to your store tomorrow, would you close it just for me? I said, would you close it for George? I said, well, I'm speaking here today. I've got another conference tomorrow. I'm going to stay over in this area. If I come to your store tomorrow, would you close it for me? And that slight twist of her head that day caused a ripple of 299 people to turn on this poor lady that day. And a sound I have yet to hear since, but a sound that was something like, oh. She went, huh? I said, what's the matter? She said, I would treat customers differently. Of course you would. You would, you would, you would, I would. If your next customer, your next client was an A-list, celebrity, Hollywood, god or goddess, everything about your levels of service which you think are good would improve. What you say, what you do, how you react, how quickly you react, everything about your touch points and the service that you provide would change. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we think we're delivering a high level of service. But if an A-list celebrity would a tweet, email, walk into our office, call us, your service levels go to there. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the gap. The gap you don't realize exists within yourself, within your brand. It's called the celebrity service gap. It's a gap that if you can fill, no other competitor in your marketplace can touch you for the service that you provide. That happened live on stage.